Welcome back to MNUFC TV. I'm gonna get into my instant match reaction um, to Minnesota United 2, Sporting Kansas City 1. It was definitely a tale of tale of two halves. First half, I thought we came out really sluggish, and you could tell there were some heavy legs with just playing recently. With no change in the lineup, exact same. Not I can't remember if there's a little bit of changes on the bench, but I don't think Omsberg was not on the bench. Um, I thought there was a little bit of change on the bench, but other than that, the same starting lineup. And we were slow, sluggish, and they actually scored, which was a off a corner, and it was to Zusi and then back to Russell, and Russell found a space because there was two United players four or three Sporting Kansas City players in the corner of the corner, and Russell puts a ball in, and it was a beautiful ball, and that's one person we had to prevent definitely from putting some juicy balls in. He had to put an in swinger in, and you could tell that someone was going to get their head to it, and um, from the stands, it looked clean. Good goal. No question to go to VAR. And then after the game, I am able to look at the replay and go back and see that there is no doubt in my mind that that's a handball. Slow motion, you see the hand literally move when the ball is touched to it. Um, Goes off the ball, or got off the arm, and then maybe the leg, maybe barely the leg, and then into the net. So the the fact that it's definitely not the main ref's fault for not. There's no way the main ref could see that, but the VAR referee needs to. There, why is there VAR if this is not going to VAR and telling Ismail I forgot his name, but I looked it up because how bad he was as a referee, and I've constantly seen games of him ref, and he can never control the game. But this particular instance of their goal was no fault of his at all. It's the VAR, and it really just baffles me that there was no VAR look through. I mean, at least look, like, give it a look, like, what if you can conjure up a reason why that shouldn't be a handball. Uh, Please leave a comment below, or if the ref could conjure up some response. If he, but putting him and making him look at it and making him able to make a decision is what VAR is there for, and it did not do his job tonight. But regardless of that, we were playing like absolute shit in the first 45. Ozzy was slow to every ball. Jan was slow to every ball. Boxel was getting beat and getting slow out of positions and getting beat to crosses. Everyone looked a little slow. The defense looked slow. Not slow, but like as in pace wise, but like just lazy, lackadaisical. You could tell it just wasn't our best 45 minutes in the beginning. And I honestly thought Ozzy should have maybe been sub for Sani at half. But of course, thinking that Ozzy, of course, will pop up and score the first goal. But uh, I was I was really thinking in the first 45, man, this is not looking good. We're playing awful. We lacked creativity. We had a couple chances on corners where I was thinking, man, we need to score on a corner. We get Jan puts in these great balls, and sometimes we don't even get a head to it. And then this time Chase got a head to a good cross in the beginning of the game, and then it hits off Darwin, and Darwin can't get it out under his feet, and you're thinking, man, are we ever going to score in a corner? And then we come out in the second half, and we're creating opportunities, playing a little bit better. Ozzy actually looked so much better in the next 45. He looked like a different player almost, and um, I I couldn't quite see what Lod offers the team. Robin Lod, I just don't see what he offers. I can see him coming up. He's really technical on the ball. He's strong on the ball. Uh, but I don't I don't feel like he's got any end product. I don't know if it's being a little bit too harsh, but I'm starting to see like we've seen enough of him, and there's a couple of people I know that don't particularly know what he does to the team, and I know some people will argue, yeah, he's more technical on the ball, which he is, but I just don't see what he offers. I'm pulling for the guy, but I just don't see what he offers. But he is very strong on the ball. He likes to take care of the ball. When he does get the ball, he likes to hold possession. So I can understand why he likes him in his team, but I just don't see particularly how much he offers on the wing. Or yeah, but that'll be it for that. But yeah, so then we're making all these chances, and but we just can't get this goal, and start doing some really nice interchanging play with Molino, Roman, Quintero on the right, and Jan coming over a little bit, and then they're passed around, and we get it we get the ball to Quintero inside the box, and he tries doing a little dribble here or there. And sometimes I love Darwin, and I think he's a game changer, and we need to give him a contract because we don't find enough goals in the team, in my opinion. But there's things where Darwin just needs to simplify his game, put a shot in, no more fancy dribbling. When he's in the box, yeah, do a fancy dribble here and there when you're in the box. But at this point, he just got the ball caught under his feet and literally just stood there and did nothing, and that was very disappointing. And you're thinking, and this is about the 60th minute, we're about to make some subs, and you're thinking, man, are we gonna just not be able to get a goal? And the playoffs were on the line, so it was a big game, and it was a beautiful day, fall day, and so Heath makes some early subs with Toy coming out for Abu, and Toy he had his moments where he's trying to get involved in the game, but he really just couldn't place his stamp on that game. He was making some deep runs, but he really didn't have his particularly best game. So I could understand putting Abu in, mixing it up, giving him an opportunity because he had been playing well when he had been coming on. Even though I have been a harsh critic of Abu, um, he has been playing consistently better when he has been getting subbed on. And Molino comes out for Hassani, and Abu moved more through the middle and or middle a little bit more on the right and through the middle with Quintero kind of interchanging a little bit. And Hassani was working the wings a little bit and cutting into the midfield. So it felt like a little bit of a formation change, just slightly, not too much because Abu could easily just come in for Toy and play through the middle, but he was finding himself on the wing or on the wings a little bit, but it was mostly through the middle. And this I could tell, at least personally, I thought Abu changed the game with some of his runs, giving a little bit more space for other players. And this is exactly what we needed, giving Hassani a little bit more space, Roman a little bit more space, Ozzy a little bit more space in the midfield to just pick out a couple more passes. And we end up getting a corner right around. I think we made a sub in the 60th, or right in the 60th we made it, and then about 10 minutes after that we get a corner, and we've been getting corners all game, and Jan puts a beautiful ball in, and it was to the near post, and Abu just has a nice flick on, and it lands to, out of all people, Ozzy Alonso, El Capitan, in the middle, and he has it's not particularly hard volley, but he hits it perfectly right on it and puts. There was just a very small window to put it in between the goalie and Busio and not have it blocked or wide, and Ozzy puts it in, and it was great to tie it up at that point and it was assist from Abu, and Abu had changed the game because it was just great to see a little bit more attacking space for us with Mason not particularly having his best game with that. They tried to make some subs, which was strange to sub out Russell. I thought your best player, Jarisso came on, and I thought Russell was playing well for them, but yeah, I thought it was a weird substitution for them for that. But and then in the 80th minute, Chase gets a yellow card. I didn't see the fighting with the ball, or it was on the other side of the field, but the ref didn't have any control of the game towards the end, and this was particularly why he only books Gasper, which is it's just baffling when there's players on Sporting Kansas City after giving a foul or losing the ball, picking up the ball when it was clearly our ball and walking away with it, wasting minutes at a time, a handful, five. There was 5 times they did that in the game, but at least 5 times where they'd take the ball when it wasn't their free kick and just hold on to it. And Ozzy was not having that, but grabbing it from him. But that's when Chase started kind of getting in their face, and you could tell there was some bad blood between some players. And in the 70th minute or 79th minute, Chase picks up a yellow card for some pushing and whatnot in the corner or on the side, the beer hall side a little bit. Um, so that's going to be important because a little bit later, Greg Goose puts in, or not Greg Goose, Chase puts in a bad tackle. I mean, it's a foul, but probably maybe would little soft for a second yellow, but Chase is the type of player that goes in for reckless challenges. It's just what he does. And he picks up a second yellow and he's sent off, which is unfortunate. He'll miss the LAFC game, but we'll just need him back for the playoffs. I don't think it's the biggest loss, but for the LAFC game. But if he misses more than one game, which I don't think he is, should be fine. Matumbe Tarat could come in and play. Hassani could come in and play. So I think we'll be okay there. But Finley comes in for Lud in the 80th minute, and this was a good sub. We kept working on that Finley's side, and he was holding the ball up really well, winning headers. It really changed the game when he came on. Him and Abu really, really changed the game, as well as Hassani Dotson when they came on the subs. And Greg Goose ends up, or maybe I think it was I thought it was Ozzy who passed it to Hassani Dotson for the assist. On Google it has Greg Goose with the assist, but I could have sworn it was Ozzy that passed it to Hassani. And Hassani only scores bangers. He gets it into the box, fake shots. Player goes down for the block and gives them a little bit more pocket of space. After that player goes down for open up a shot, and he sends it the other way, and it's deflected, but then it ends up in the bottom right-hand corner of the goal, and we go up 2-1. And this was literally as they were announcing stoppage time into the 90th minute, and it was a great win, and we're playoff bound. And now the only thing is to get a home playoff game, because if we get a home playoff game, we're set. We're easily have a fortress at home, and I am not scared of anyone at home, to be honest. But I think we could beat anyone at home. But definitely man of the match. Shout out to Vito Manone. There was throughout the whole entire game, especially in the first half, he was making insane saves to keep us in the game. Absolutely insane saves with the defense having a poor night tonight. He definitely proved why he is hands down best goalie in the MLS. No, there's no other answer, and I'd argue that there's no other answer for Rookie of the Year than Hassani Dotson. This kid is phenomenal and great, absolutely great. So that's all I got for my instant match reaction. A great game. Definitely ups and downs throughout the whole game. For the first 45, looking a little rough, but absolutely awesome game. And that'll be it for me for my instant match reaction. Leave some comments below, whatever. If you don't agree, don't agree. But leave me some comments. Yeah. As always, come on, you loons.